Hello, dear friends. Today I will bring you a story that you will surely love. Prepare your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and let's explore the story together right now. They say betrayal doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow, creeping shadow that slips through cracks you didn't even know were there. I learned this the hard way. My name's Ethan, and I'd been married to Chloe for 7 years. 7 years of shared laughter, struggles, and dreams, or so I thought. It all started subtly. Chloe joined a new book club. They called themselves the Free Spirits, which should have raised a red flag, but hindsight is always clearer. Her newfound friends were all about empowerment, or at least their twisted version of it. Every Friday night, Chloe would come home glowing, animatedly sharing tales of their deep discussions about life and literature. "You wouldn't believe how liberated these women are," she'd say, her eyes gleaming. "They're so unapologetically themselves." At first, I admired her excitement. I wanted her to feel fulfilled and happy. But soon, our conversations began to shift. "Ethan, do you think humans are really meant to be monogamous?" she asked one night, her tone light, but her eyes probing. I hesitated, caught off guard. "I mean, it's a choice we make because we value our commitments, right?" She nodded, but her silence said more than words could. Over the following weeks, her questions became more deliberate. She mentioned how some of her friends were exploring open relationships and how they claimed it strengthened their marriages. The more she talked, the clearer it became that these weren't just ideas, they were breadcrumbs. Chloe was testing the waters. One night, she came home late, her cheeks flushed, the scent of wine clinging to her. Her confidence was palpable, but so was her nervousness. "Ethan," she began, her voice steady, though her hands trembled. "I've been thinking a lot. I want us to have an open marriage." The words hit me like a freight train. "What? Chloe, are you serious?" "Yes," she said, meeting my eyes unwaveringly. I felt trapped. "And what if I say no?" I asked. She hesitated, her confidence faltering for the first time. Then, "I don't know if this marriage can work." It was like I was staring at a stranger. "Fine," I said at last, my voice hollow. "If this is what you need, I won't stop you." Her face lit up in relief, oblivious, or indifferent, to the storm she'd unleashed inside me. The following weeks were a nightmare. Chloe's late nights became more frequent, her phone consumed her attention, and I felt like I was living with a ghost. Then came the night of the Free Spirits Empowerment event, held at a posh downtown restaurant, the kind of place where the menu doesn't bother with prices. Chloe insisted I attend. Her friends were exactly as I expected, loud, self-assured, and insufferably smug. They barely acknowledged me, but made it clear I was the outsider, the dinosaur clinging to outdated notions of fidelity. "You must be Ethan," one of them said, her smile dripping with condescension. "Chloe's told us so much about you." "All good things, I hope," I replied, forcing a tight smile. The evening dragged on, their comments like needles beneath my skin. They laughed about their escapades and practically celebrated Chloe's freedom, all while ignoring my presence. But I wasn't there to argue. I was there to deliver my own message. When dessert arrived, I stood, raising my glass. "If I may," I began, my voice slicing through the chatter. "I'd like to propose a toast to Chloe and her inspiring friends. You've taught me so much about empowerment and honesty. In fact, I've learned so much that I felt it was only fair to reciprocate." The room fell silent. Chloe shot me a warning look, but I pressed on. "You see, while Chloe was out exploring, I decided to do some exploring of my own, and I discovered something interesting." I pulled out my phone, tapping the screen to project a series of photos onto the restaurant's large TV. There was Chloe, wrapped around another man, a man I had already confronted. "This is Liam," I said, pointing to the screen, "Chloe's lover." Nice guy, isn't he? Except he's not just Chloe's. Gasps rippled through the room as I flipped to photos of Liam with two other women from the group. The smugness evaporated, replaced by shock and disbelief. Chloe's face went pale. "Ethan, stop," she hissed, but I wasn't done. "Liam and I had a little chat," I continued. "Did you know he's married with kids? I paid his wife a visit yesterday. She's devastated, of course, but grateful to know the truth." The room descended into chaos. Chloe's friends hurled accusations at each other, one storming out in tears. Liam, who'd been invited to the event as some kind of twisted trophy, tried to sneak away. But I wasn't about to let that happen. I stepped in front of him, blocking his path. "Not so fast, Liam." My voice was low, but the threat in it was unmistakable. "You thought you could walk in here, destroy lives, and face no consequences? Think again." He sneered, attempting to regain his composure. "You don't scare me." "Big mistake." I grabbed him by the collar, slamming him against the wall, the sound reverberating through the restaurant. "You've got some nerve," I growled. "Cheating on your wife, lying to your kids, and treating my marriage like a playground. You're done." Security rushed over, but not before I leaned in, whispering in his ear, "I've already sent everything to your wife, your boss, and the school board you sit on. Your life is over." When I finally let go, Liam stumbled out, his face ashen, his world collapsing around him. The room remained eerily quiet, except for Chloe, who was now sobbing uncontrollably. "Why, Ethan?" she choked out. "Why would you do this?" I turned to her, my voice steady. "Because you threw away our marriage for a fantasy. You wanted an open relationship? Well, now everything's wide open." I walked out, leaving behind the shattered remnants of her so-called empowerment. The divorce was finalized 3 months later. Chloe begged for another chance, but I had already moved on. Betrayal may creep in slowly, but when it's exposed, it burns everything to the ground. And sometimes, that's exactly what's needed to start anew. Thank you for watching today's story. For more meaningful stories, please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next stories.